Kylie Jenner was recently named the youngest self-made billionaire ever.
I feel like I just learned that normal is very boring, and I feel like I'm not normal and I'm blessed.
It's not easy being the world's youngest self-made billionaire. I mean, can you imagine how exhausting it must be to spend all of that money? Aside from paying all your debts and that of your family members and your closest friends, buying a mansion or 4 and investing the rest in a business or buying 12 cars, I mean, come on. Do you even think you can spend that much money in one lifetime? Well, if your answer is no, it might be time to take some notes from Kylie Jenner, who has all that money and does a pretty good job spending all of it. The makeup mogul definitely knows how to live the fancy life, and on the off chance that we'll ever get to her level, we can take these things as how to spend all of that cash. So today, here's some of the most insane things Kylie Jenner spends her billions on. But before that, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Starting off this list is an outrageous collection of cars. I mean, one Ferrari is lavish enough to last one person a lifetime, but come on. This is Kylie Jenner we're talking about. So of course, even though she got a Ferrari 458 Italia completely for free as a birthday gift from her mom, she couldn't be content with just that. Not only did Kylie completely personalize the Ferrari for a whopping $10,000 makeover, she also got herself a Bugatti Chiron, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a Ferrari LeFerrari, and a Range Rover just for fun. I'm wondering how Jenner can ever get things done or go anywhere if she has to face the tough decision on which sweet ride to take every single time. Of course, such a fancy collection of wheels should be paired with an impressive mansion that the rest of us could only dream of. Next up at $12 million, Kylie Jenner's home stands as her most frivolous purchase ever. We don't know if she needs 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms, a home theater that's even bigger than most commercial theaters, a game room, as well as a spa and a massage foyer, but it doesn't matter because she's got all of it. This Hidden Hills Cape Cod-style mansion may be the address that Kylie puts on all her deliveries, but that doesn't mean it's the only real estate she owns. All in all, the young Kardashian Jenner has spent a total of $40 million on property. We learned about her starter home in Calabasas, California from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which the businesswoman bought when she was just 17. Aside from the one I just mentioned, Kylie has 3 other properties all in Hidden Hills. But Jenner's latest real estate splurge is her most extravagant up to date. Located in Beverly Hills, Kylie's family home carried it with a dizzying price tag of over $13 million. Luckily, she now has her husband Travis Scott to split the costs with, if they end up sorting out if they are going to stay together or break up again. And such a wonderful home can't go bare, right? Surely you must have guessed that Kylie Jenner did not spare a dime in beautifying her home. Apparently, makeup is not the only art form that Kylie appreciates.
My homes have been very different. They're all kind of young and dark.
Next up, in fact, Kylie seems to harbor a liking for traditional visual art. So much so that her house now looks like a museum of contemporary art. She has Andy Warhol prints, neon artwork by Bo Dunn, and Damien Hirst I Love You butterfly silk screens adorning the dining room. Also displayed are black and white photographs of Brigitte Bardot, Audrey Hepburn, and Twiggy. For a little added cheekiness, Kylie put up giant sculptures from artist Bo Dunn's Size Does Matter series. All of these works of art couldn't have come cheap, but at least we can say it's worth it because it definitely brought her huge empty home to life. Now, here's something that might be harder to justify. Next, we have Kylie's hair extensions and how much they cost. For her 21st birthday bash, Jenner wowed everyone by wearing extra long blonde locks that looked like $1 million. That's just a figure of speech though, because in reality, Kylie paid professional hairstylist Violet Toretti $8,000 for the service. Pretty crazy, right? Suppose Kylie comes in for an extension once a month. On average, you're looking at around $100,000 a year to keep your hair extensions intact and looking good all the time. That's more than what most people earn in 2 years that she spends in 1 year, just on her fake hair. Next, we have one of the things that catapulted Kylie Jenner into having all of this fame and wealth, aside from the formidable last name, are her iconic full lips. But that in itself is an investment for this businesswoman. Lip injections can easily cost around $2,000 on a monthly basis. So for a full year, the owner of Kylie Cosmetics actually shells out $24,000 annually to keep her magnificent lips on fleek. Aside from the full lips, one thing you'll never see Kylie without is something all women love. Yep, Next on the list is jewelry. Now, don't make the mistake of thinking that she's gone simple if you ever spot her wearing a single watch on her wrist. Chances are, she just wants all the attention focused on her Rolex, which set her back an unbelievable amount of $53,000. But when the luxury Rolex gets left at home, Kylie has to dig deep into her treasure trove of $1,000 accessories, including several Cartier rings that cost about $9,000 each. So just imagine if Kylie gets her hair extensions, wears her Rolex, and puts on 1 or 2 of her Cartier rings for a drive around the city in her Ferrari. The sheer value of that whole picture shows the CEO's immense wealth, which is just incredible for someone so young. Yet, Kylie doesn't always use her fancy luxury cars. Yeah, I understand it could get boring sometimes, so on slow days, Kylie amps things up by using the next insane purchase on our list, a private jet. For someone in Kylie's social status, waiting hours in line at the airport is unimaginable. So, whenever she has to leave her home in Los Angeles because, I don't know, she craved Mexican food in New York or something, Kylie engages the business of private chartered jets, which charge about $62,000 for a one-way flight. All I can say is that Mexican food better be the best Mexican food in the world. But like the rest of us, Kylie does get tired of living it up sometimes and could hardly leave her couch to fly across the country in a private jet. What a difficult life! Next on the list, we're talking about those days when Kylie doesn't have the energy to go out, so she gets the food to come to her. When she gets takeout, plain and simple. But we know better than to expect anything plain and simple when it comes to the younger Kardashian. Even her food delivery orders are so over the top that it costs her around $10,000 a year. Pretty crazy.
I'm just at the office right now, trying to finish a few things up before I go home.
Another member of the Kardashian family who is surely having fancy dinners every night of her life is the matriarch, Kris Jenner. Even though she's taken more of a backseat position in terms of her fame, her wealth continues to grow. Want to know how? Well, have you ever heard of the nickname Momnager? Apparently, Kris Jenner plays a double role in her daughters' lives. Aside from being the biggest stage mother who's responsible for their successes, she's also a professional manager who's well responsible for their successes. So, as a way of payment, Kris Jenner takes 10% cut from all of her kids' earnings. Given that Kylie's business is currently valued at $1 billion, you can imagine how much she spends on her mother's managing fees. That's pretty impressive. But it seems spending on family members comes as a second nature for the young Kylie Jenner. Next, we look at the fact that she frequently treats the entire family on lavish vacations aboard private yachts. And we all know the Kardashians know how to partay. The huge clan can easily blow through a few $100,000 for one of these events. Don't you wish that you could get invited to even one of those parties? I mean, I know I do. One place we're all glad we weren't invited to, though, was Kylie Jenner's private birthing room. What's that, you ask? I mean, come on. Can you even really picture Kylie Jenner being wheeled into a government hospital for STORMI's birth? Of course not. She rented out her own private birthing suite at the Cedars-Sinai Hospital. If you're interested in to rent one for your own special day, be prepared to cash out up to $5,000 for a single night. I mean, come on. I would imagine the rest of us would be happy to bring another life into this world in any hospital rather than spending $5 grand for one night, but there's a very good reason Kylie is not like the rest of us. If she was willing to spend that much for the birth of her daughter, you can bet your bottom dollar she's ready to spend a whole lot more once her baby girl was born into the world. In fact, next on the list is what she's bought for STORMI. She loves her baby STORMI so much that she personally directed the little one's first birthday party. It was the most extravagant first birthday party anyone has ever had. And once again, we all wish one of those invitations got lost in the mail and ended up in our mailbox, right? We just want to be a part of STORMI's world, where there's private carnival rides and even a live performance of Baby Shark. What a time to be alive! Well, for her, anyway. There's no question that little STORMI will never see a day of poverty in her life. It all started before she could even walk or talk, when her ascendants first thought it was a great idea to get her a Fendi stroller. We don't know how comfortable the baby girl was inside of that thing, but we do know her mother looked fashionable and stunning pushing that thing around.
Rise and shine.
If STORMI did feel uncomfortable riding that luxury stroller, her mother made up for it by giving her a sweet ride as soon as she learned how to sit and steer. We're talking about STORMI's mini Louis Vuitton Lamborghini that she drives around the mansion. I mean, come on. That baby's really out there dripping in finesse while we're still waiting for the next paycheck to eat a decent meal. Oh well. STORMI's not the only lucky member of the family. Travis Scott, the father of Storms, is also one fortunate guy to be receiving Kylie's love and affection. On one of his birthdays, Kylie threw in a lot of money to put up a huge billboard dedicating a greeting to Travis from her and STORMI supposedly, but we know STORMI didn't spend a dime on that. The whole family also loves renting out huge parks for their own exclusive use. One time, they all went to Six Flags and didn't have to wait in any lines because they closed the whole thing down. Could you imagine being a Kardashian kid in this day and age? It seems that Kylie, being the richest in the family, does not want all of her money for herself. If you were concerned about the 10% cut Kris Jenner gets from all of her children, you need not be too alarmed. It seems money is of no issue and isn't putting a strain on their relationships. How do we know? Well, Kylie Jenner, in a gesture of appreciation for her mom, got her a brand new Ferrari. If she's harboring feelings about her mom's profit cut, she sure is hiding it well in that brand new car.
What is that? Yes! What? Are you kidding me?
That's not to say that Kylie Jenner doesn't splurge on herself just as much. One of the most insane things that she has ever spent on herself is a Hermes Himalayan Birkin that cost more than $300,000. It is no doubt one of the priciest, rarest, and most coveted bags there is in the world, and we're no longer surprised that one of 35 of them resides in Kylie Jenner's closet. That's just the way it is when you become the world's youngest billionaire.